Welcome back. Today, the fourth and final phase of the Cedar raised flower bed. This thing's massive, 8 foot long, 30 inches wide, stands 36 inches tall. You saw me build it, you saw me prep it. Here it is, time to finish it. Time to put the treatment on it. I've talked about this in every video, but hey, if you haven't seen the first 3 videos, go back and watch them, come back to this one. I'll leave a link to all 3 down below. Now, at the end of my last video, you did watch it to the end, right? You saw me lay down in this thing. I weigh 300 pounds and I had no issues laying down in this thing. This thing is very strong, very durable, and it will last years to come. Some people like to say pocket hole screws are not strong. If you do it right and do it carefully, they are very strong. I laid down in it, this thing didn't even creak or crack or anything. But hey, enough about my beautiful figure. Back to this. Today, you're gonna see me treat it. I've talked about the mixture I use. Let's go mix it up and I'll show you how to put the treatment on. All right, so here's a mixture that I like to use to treat my wood projects, especially cedar. It really brings out the color, the grain, makes it look beautiful, and makes it even more weather resistant than it already is. So what I like to do is use odorless mineral spirits and boiled linseed oil. You can pick up both of these from Lowe's, Home Depot, your local lumber store. It's a great mixture. I always have a stir stick. It's just a scrap piece of wood, and then a clear mixing cup that has measurements on the side. So what I like to do is take some boiled linseed oil, open it up, and then you're going to do a 50-50 mixture. So I go to the ounces, and this is a big project. I know it's going to take a lot, so we're going to start out at 12 ounces. There we go. Got 12 ounces. Then take your mineral spirits. And you'll go to 24 ounces. Pull the cap first. That kind of made a mess, but that's okay. Ooh, that's making a big mess. Splashing a little bit much, but that's okay. It all cleans up. Alright, go to about 24 ounces. Now, take your stir stick, wipe it down, and just stir it up. Stir it up nice and good. Get it nice and mixed up. Sometimes I start at the bottom, work my way up, start at the top, go down, and just stir it up real good and make sure it's evenly mixed. All right. Wipe off the extra. Then I put that on top. Alright, got my mixture mixed up. Now I'm going to show you how I like to apply it. So, you saw me make the treatment, you saw me mix it up. Now I'm going to show you how to apply it. I've already done the bottom, which is why it's already half empty. I wanted to show you while it was standing up. Now the trick is, take your brush and put just the tip in. You don't need a lot. And then you push in a corner and you apply back and forth. And make sure you get all the crevices. So I barely put any in it. I don't know if you can see, but I never go farther than that white spot. And then I just brush it on. I dab it in the corners, get it nice and thick there, but everywhere else I do nice and light. Spread it evenly. Oils, this is linseed oil. Oils soak into the grain of the wood. So if you put it on heavy, what's going to happen is you're going to have wet spots that'll never dry properly. It'll become sticky and they're going to complain about your project. So what you do, put that a little bit on there. Get nice in the corners. And then, spots that you've already done, go back over it. Anything excess, your brush will soak back up. And at spots, you'll see where it soaks in a lot, and other spots where it doesn't soak in hardly at all. That's okay, just keep brushing it on evenly. Keep going back to your spots. And when your brush isn't applying anymore, dab a little bit more and keep going. Now, like I just talked about, oil soaks into the wood. So it really brings out the natural grain and the natural beauty of wood, which is why I love to use it on cedar, because cedar is so beautiful naturally. Now, like polyurethane, lacquer, all that sits on top of the wood, so it gives it kind of a plasticky feel. It'll still go on clear, but it'll give it kind of a plasticky feel and it just doesn't feel right, which is another reason why it's so important to prep your boards. Sand them down, get them smooth, because if you put an oil on it, it's still gonna feel like that in the end. If you don't sand your boards, then what's going to happen is it's going to be rough, splintery, and you're going to have a poor finish. So you just apply it on, let it soak in, keep going over it. And this is just a cheap brush. It's disposable, so when I'm done, I'll just throw it away. If you want to buy an expensive brush, there's nothing wrong with that. And then don't ever forget the underside. Get that good too. Just because water doesn't hit it directly doesn't mean it won't drip underneath as it comes down the edge. Dab it in the corners and keep on going. And you can see what a difference it makes. It's so beautiful. And then when you get done with your little section, go back over it, brush over it, get any excess off. And then keep moving on. So you see how I'm doing it? I'm gonna keep on going along. the end, guys. I do have a little bit left. I'll probably just kind of slowly spread it across the floor here, give a little extra coat. Just try to spread it as evenly as I can. Do a little bit more on the walls. Since the inside's getting all the soil, that's probably where you want the extra. So just do a little bit extra on all the walls and the floor here till you run out. Now this will take at least a day to fully cure, fully dry. I like to give it 2 days. Then if I'm seeing dry spots or spots that maybe didn't get quite as much as I want, I'll go back over it again. But typically, one decent sized coat does the trick. Just got a little bit left here. Be just enough. So I'm out on my tub. Now, just gonna brush over the whole thing. Does this angle and picture look familiar? It's been the thumbnail of every video. I made a duplicate. So once you make one once, the next one will go so much easier, and so on and so forth. I want to thank you for watching. Yeah, I know it's been a long series. There's been 4 videos on this. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart that you stuck to it, you kept watching, and you saw me start to finish this project. It's a lot of work, but when you're done, there's such a sense of satisfaction with it. I appreciate it so much. Now this project, I would rank on a 1 to 10 scale, probably about a 5 or a 6. Mainly because it took so many tools to do. So I would rank it on a 5 or a 6 on a difficulty scale. So if you're a little bit experienced, you have a chop saw, you have a table saw, you can do this project. Follow the videos, follow the step-by-step, and you can do it. I will try to make more woodworking videos that are cut to the chase, very basic, 1 tool, 1 or 2 boards, to teach people who are brand new to this industry and brand new to getting into woodworking, to teach them some of the basics. If you guys have an idea for a video you want me to do, make a comment. I'll do my best to make that video. I appreciate it so much. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed.